Welcome back to another episode of Flesh and Blood, Friends and Memories.
Or FaBFaM.
Whatever. We're here with Elaine, who you might also know as the Pickle Princess off of Twitter, but I think she has a Twitter handle. I just don't know what it is.
That was great, except for the end part.
That's where you're supposed to fill it in.
EHamontree.
Yep.
Not bacon
me.
on bush, ham on tree.
Not bacon on bush. This has got weird real fast.
Oh my god.
And I don't even know why she's the Pickle Princess. I just heard him say it.
Okay, this is going to be great to try and edit.
See, I do great intros.
But seriously, guys, have you seen her cosplay? Elaine, welcome.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Is it, though? Is it really?
Yes, it is. We've been trying to get this one together for a while.
Oh my gosh. There's no one, like, holding you at, like, ransom right now? Like, you're not being forced to be here? Blink twice?
All right, so the last time that I got to see you, Elaine, you were dressed up as what I believe to be Icelander? Yes. And that was in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
That looked like it was a lot. Like, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thought, because I know I can't do that. So can you tell me a little bit more about what goes into your events?
Yeah, so Icelander, that was a lot. I actually made that cosplay like kind of super last minute, which was a lot. But usually I would say my cosplays take anywhere from like 20 to 40 hours of work collectively.
Wow.
Just like spread out, not at once, but like spread out. And that also includes, especially for Icelander, every time I get into that cosplay, which I did twice, and then I did twice again in Vegas as the Uprising version.
Mm-hmm.
That makeup takes me about 2.5 hours. So I'm up at like 4:30, 5 a.m. like getting ready before the convention because it's after Vegas. I think it might have just been Vegas, you know, because you wake up, you were out having fun until like 3 a.m, and then you're up at 5 a.m. painting your face, and you're like, after Vegas, I was like, my next cosplay, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be 2 hours of preparation every single morning. It's gonna be an outfit that I put on, but it's a lot of sewing for most people. In my case, I use a lot of hot glue because my sewing machine and I have a love-hate relationship. But there's a lot of time and money and preparation that goes into actually crafting cosplays. I think more than most people realize, especially for Flesh and Blood, because it's so new to the cosplay scene that there's nothing that you can just like buy. Like for a lot of games already, there are cosplay websites you can go buy like pieces or an entire cosplay for games that are more like heavily cosplayed around. But because this is a new game, you can't just go like buy any piece of the cosplay, because everything has to be made specifically for whoever you're trying to cosplay. Like the cosplay I'm working on right now, I'll drop a little hint. My one for Nationals, it's gonna be an equipment piece. I'll say that. My mom was like, why are you putting in so much time making this? Like, why don't you just go buy it? I'm sure a costume shop sells something like that. I'm like, they do, but then I'm gonna have to put in all the time to like make it look like it does on the card. So
interesting. I can't wait to see.
That's incredible, yeah.
But that leads to my next question.
Oh, okay.
How do you choose your cosplays? Like, so do you like magic hat it and just pull something out? Do you throw cards in there and be like, I can do all of these, or I want to do all of these, whichever one I draw out of a hat's the next one I do? Great idea.
It kind of depends. So like for Icelander, I just saw it actually one day and I was like, I really love just the art like on that card. It's beautiful. It's stunning, very captivating to me personally. And so it kind of started, I was bored at home one day and I was like, I want to see if I can paint my face like that. So I just like did like the full makeup, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I like posted just the makeup part to Reddit. I didn't have a Twitter at the time. And it got some attention, some traction, and then I started looking into like cosplayers for Flesh and Blood. I came across Lynette and Chalice, and I was like, oh, so this is something that's kind of newer to the scene, something people do. And then when I found out I was going to New Jersey, which I only had a week's notice when I found out I was going to New Jersey. Like I found out I was going on Sunday and I flew out on Thursday. So I was like, I'm going to throw a cosplay together and it's going to be Icelander because I liked painting the face and like I have a wig I can use. So I kind of threw together like that Icelander cosplay in a matter of days. But it started from just really liking the art, and that's where most of them come from. Like I see a card and I'm like, something about that art is really stunning to me. I have like a list on my phone of like,
that's awesome.
And sometimes there are like my favorite heroes I would like to cosplay one day. I also have thought of doing this thing where it's like I want to do my hero but customized to like my deck, with the equipment pieces, like my hero wearing the actual equipment that I use when I play.
I love watching Az do those photoshops right.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Az.
Oh man, yeah. I've always been intrigued by cosplay, but like I'm lazy, and so like I would never be the one that would make my own stuff. Not only because I'm lazy, but number two, like I'm a perfectionist. And if it wasn't a perfect representation, I wouldn't want to do it. And so, like, I have always wanted to do a Mandalorian, like way before like they got big. I just really love those cosplays. And then I realized like how simple they are. Like it's literally like pants with knee pads, and I'm like, oh man, like totally stole the thunder. I was like, man, this is kind of lame, but that was my thing. I was like, I want to do something.
Well, now you can buy Mandalorian, right?
Yeah, so it's overdone. But like, I always wanted like I want to cosplay something that I can go to a comic book convention, or I can go to a Star Wars convention. Like if you did Star Wars, you could go like you're able to go to many different conventions and fit in. Okay. Whereas if you did like a comic book character, you wouldn't fit in Star Wars. But like if you do Star Wars, you can still go to a comic book convention.
Yeah, I think you brought up like two interesting like points there that people don't usually talk about. Like when they're talking about cosplay. The first one you mentioned was wow, now I can't even remember. Being like a perfectionist, right? And wanting it all to look perfect. And I know myself and other cosplayers that I've interacted with and talked to, like when you're making these projects, especially when you're making something to like go cosplay at a pro tour or a world premiere or nationals, like I do, you're kind of like on a time crunch. And so the cosplays, they always kind of feel like unfinished products. Like you reveal it and everyone's like, oh, hopefully everyone's like, wow, that looks really cool, like good job. But to me, like I don't think any of my cosplays up to this point have ever felt finished. There's always something where it's like I want to go back and do that and like fix this, and like that's like a pretty hard thing to accept sometimes.
Right, yeah. It's kind of just like making videos. It's like people don't realize like the biggest thing about making YouTube videos is just getting them out. And because like I can tell you that I could pick something out of every single one of my videos and go, I hate this. But if you never start, you're never going to get better at it. And like I guess that's kind of the thing with cosplay. If I really wanted to do it, I would just have to start, know that it's not perfect, and keep doing it. But like I would love to be the character and like just go all out, but someone's gonna have to make it for me.
Yeah, I like to also like try and stay. I don't want to say like I don't think relevant's the right word, but like for Icelander, it was like, oh, I really wanted to do the Uprising Icelander for the world premiere, and then like new cards come out every set, and it's like, oh, I really want to do this card before a new set comes out and there's something else I want to do. So it kind of puts these time constraints. But I've always said that my dream cosplay would be Adult Leviathan. That's not one I can throw together in 4 days, right? Like, so I've been thinking,
like, as a hint of what you're going to be doing for Worlds.
holy tentacle monster!
I don't even know if like that's
like a year project. At least.
A year, yeah. So it's like you almost also want to like have these other be working on more than one project at once.
Yeah.
And then there's also like which was kind of the other thing you mentioned is like how often do you actually get to wear these cosplays? Because you put in like 40 hours of work into it, and
I'm gonna wear it.
It can be expensive,
and
then you wear it like one time and like one weekend for 2 days, and then it's kind of like, you know, I could rewear cosplays. There's nothing that says I can't, but you want to give people something new,
and give them something new.
Yeah.
No, I completely get that, and that's one of those things. That's why I was like, okay. I mean, I put a lot of thought into it. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know if you know, but the channel colors were my idea. See, there's pink over there, green. Everything's pink and green. So, like, I love pink and green. And so, like, my Mandalorian was going to be black and pink. It was going to be black and pink, and it was just going to be, oh, God, I loved it. I found it was going to be so great. But, I'm lazy, and I I never bought it, so it just never happened. But, man, yeah, I think that's the thing that I love cosplay so much, but I just like I don't have the patience for it. Like, if someone wanted to cosplay me up, dude, I'd be down. If anybody's watching this and they want to throw me in something, I'll do it.
So you're willing to be the model? But
I'll model it all day. Yeah, no, I'll give you all the credit, but I'm not. No, can't do it.
You can do. People do that. It's like just hire someone. Like, hey, can you make me this cosplay? And there's definitely a market for that.
So fat bearded guys. I don't need
Oldham.
No, he's got too big of a beard. The guy at the bar. The guy at the bar. Does he have a beard?
What guy at the bar?
He's the barkeeper. He's in.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Does he have a beard? That's the thing. Like, I don't look like anybody, and I'm not getting rid of this beard. So I mean, I'll be Icelander, but she's gonna have a beard. Like, I don't care.
Didn't we have a female Oldham the other day?
Yeah. There was a female Oldham.
Yeah, that was my friend Rachel, because like I didn't think I was gonna be able to do the cosplay contest, so I was actually gonna put her in my Icelander cosplay and have her go do it. And then then I just decided I was gonna do it. And she was like, "Well, now I kind of want to do the cosplay thing." So we like took an Uber to Party City. Like literally, we were like, "All right, who can we dress you up as?" And at first I was like, let's just buy this Shrek costume and say you're Reinhardt.
Oh my God.
Then we were like, okay, we could do better than that. And we had a cold foil Oldham. We were walking around Party City showing it to the employees, like, do you have this? Like, the cape was literally a plastic tablecloth, and then we bought a gold tin baking sheet for Rampart. It was that was a fun endeavor.
It was definitely cool to look at and stuff. But like, I just again, like the whole reason of doing this series is not only that we get a chance to connect with amazing people from the community, but we've purposely taken, you know, an aspect of the community for our first few videos, for every video, and just wanted to shine a light on different things. And in this episode, we wanted to do cosplay because, you know, it's just one of those things that is like such a huge part of the events now, that they have like the official competitions and everything, and that's awesome. So it encourages more people to do it. But yeah, I don't think people realize like the time and effort that goes into these things, and so it's really nice to just be like, hey, watch our video, find out how awesome this stuff is, and give these people some props, because the stuff props, that's funny.
Not real props.
Not a pun. But because it's like people I don't think realize the amount of complexity and hours and, you know, just the creativity that it takes to even have that vision and create it.
That leads me into my next question. I really didn't read the script.
Why are you asking all the questions? You don't even know what's on here.
I don't care about your script. This is my script.
Apparently.
She came with her
Welcome
own
to Wifey
question.
Wednesday.
All right, so we've seen your cosplays, which look amazing. But my question is do you have a fashion type background? Is this something that was supposed to become like a career for you that's helping you in a career, or did you go to fashion school? How did we get into building cosplay?
No, I never have been much into fashion. I really like crafting things. And I'm kind of known as like the MacGyver of my family, right? Like and not just of my family, of like my workplace and anything. People are like, oh, the AC is broken. Like Cindy Lane up there, she'll figure it out. And like I love like building things and fixing things. So I've my first cosplay that I did, which I don't know why I say cosplay, because it was a real cosplay. When I was in middle school, I would go to like the anime cons, the local anime cons, cosplay contests. I won one when I was in like 8th grade. I won the cosplay contest, and then through high school, I really was into like LARPing and stuff. But I've also always just been into like Halloween. Like every Halloween, I have like 4 different costumes lined up. Like I always spend throughout the year, like I'm always like, what am I going to do for Halloween this year? Like I'm making my costume throughout the year. So I guess even though I was never really cosplaying, I've always been into like costume making, and I'm an artist and I love fixing things. So and like making things. So cosplay is kind of where those two sides of my personality come together, is where it's like I like looking at something and being like, this looks like a puzzle I have to solve, or some kind of challenge, and cosplay gives me that, and then also lets me put my artistic side and into it, which is it's just really fun. That's why I enjoyed it. That's actually why I was like with Icelander, like, can I paint? Like, her face makeup looks really challenging, and that makes me want to try and tackle it.
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I think we've covered like all the aspects. Aspects? They're trying to say.
Anyways, back to my interview. So, I have another question.
Okay.
We're going to move on from the cosplay section. We want to know more about you. So,
okay, let's do it.
First thing.
Don't
what
ruin
got...
this.
Shut your mouth. What got you into Flesh and Blood?
That's not the first question you're supposed to ask. You're supposed to ask, did you play any games before Flesh and Blood?
Okay. Did I play any games before Flesh and Blood? Not really TCGs. Like I played Magic the Gathering very casually, just kind of with my boyfriend at the time and his friends. I played a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons. I've always been super into board games and
you like board games.
Yeah, I'm a huge board game person. But Flesh and Blood was the first TCG that I really got into. I got into it technically when Crew came out was the first time I ever played it. So that's when my boyfriend got into it, and he had bought just like some Azalea Blitz decks, or little Azalea deck and a little Dash deck, and he tried to teach me. He taught me on Azalea, and I know you guys are Azalea fans, but I did not like her. I was like, I don't understand. Why can you play things from hand and everything that I'm playing has to come from my arsenal? Like, I was like, I don't get it. I don't like it.
It took me a while.
So I like stepped away from it for a while, and that was also his first time playing. So then I watched him get super into it over the course of the next year, and every single weekend he was, playing in tournaments or going through armories throughout the week. So then I was like, okay, show me what you're doing so I can at least be included.
Right.
He was like, all right, I'll teach you how to play. And he retaught me how to play on Dorinthia. This was right when Everfest came out. so not too long ago, and I was just addicted. I was hooked. I think I played like 2 games with him open-handed, and then I was like, okay, now I want to try and play on my own. And then I beat him. Like the first game we didn't play open-handed, and I was like, I'm addicted now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are you a cat or a dog person? Very important to know.
I have 2 cats.
Oh, our first
cat person.
Yeah, I have a Munchkin cat and a big fat orange cat.
What's a Munchkin cat?
He has like no leg. He's a Persian with like 2-inch legs. He's very cute. He's my old man. I've had him for.
And he's old and he has no legs?
Please
tell me his name.
Only
is he Lieutenant Dan?
No. That's what he looks like.
Oh, he looks like a pet, like a doll.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he looks like a plushie.
His legs are just like this. He just has like feet.
He doesn't look real. That's a plush. That's a stuffed animal. Oh my god.
He's so cute. He just kind of like decorates the house, is what I say, because he just sits there looking tiny. Like
right.
Like
that's so awesome. Yeah, I'm not against cats. I'm allergic to them though, unfortunately. So I don't know why she started asking that, but she's asked I think everybody that question now.
What's it matter?
I love dogs and I want a dog, but I want a dog that's like bigger than I am. So I'm like that'll be like a purchase when I have like a house and I'm not a renter.
Who is your favorite character in Flesh or Blood, and what is your favorite class?
You asked.
Okay, my favorite class is warrior. Okay, and I've always said that Dory, like the deck that brought me into the game, she always has a very special, close place in my heart. Even though I don't really play her, because I'm a pretty competitive player, so I don't play her that often. Hopefully, she looks like I say she looks like she's getting good. I've done a little testing with her, but Kasai is probably, I know that's Blitz, but Kasai is like I love playing. That's the hero I have the most fun on.
Are you gonna cosplay Kasai? Already got the hair.
She's on my list.
There you go. Yeah. Heck yeah, sweet.
It was like when I was deciding my national cosplays, it was like neck and neck. I was going back and forth between Kasai and the one that I decided on.
Well, do you think she'll get an adult hero in Dynasty?
I don't know. I would love an adult Kasai, but I've heard
they might want to change.
I guess I don't know if it's rumor or like if it's true, but the Blitz heroes that have like a full title, you know, because
I've seen that.
Dorinthia is just Dorinthia, and like, you know, they're just like Bravo, and then they're like Bravo Showstopper, and Kasai is Kasai Sellsword, which would indicate that like she died before she reached adulthood, right? So she'll possibly never be CC viable.
That would be very sad.
It makes me sad to think about. I'm like, I hope it's not true.
That's awful. I've never thought of it like that. You just ruined the game for me.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. You've got something behind your name. You're dead as a child.
Because they received like the full title. Did they have their full title? They died.
Dorinthia. I don't know the Dorinthia battle box.
The young
Dorinthia full title.
She does.
So maybe she's
she already is.
Maybe can you quit killing Kasai, please?
She's dead. No. I don't know. I would love to see her in CC. That would make me very, very happy.
So we got the notification about Dynasty finally coming out. But what's your thoughts on them not releasing Dynasty at Worlds? They're going to wait until after Worlds.
In my opinion, that'd be too much.
Too much? What else are you going to release at Worlds?
Who cares? It's about finding the world champion, not about crowning a new set or showing off a new set.
I don't know. I think it's kind of weird because I saw a lot of people be like, "Oh, maybe it's because they'll have a world premiere," but it's a supplemental set, so I don't know what you would.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Open boxes and play war? Like,
I'm down, but
Rare Beat's common. I take your card.
I'm down. Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought it maybe I'm not fully convinced that there won't be some kind of like dynasty. There has to be something, right?
I feel like there's going to be spoilers, but I feel like if you did a release, you're taking away from what the event is about, and the event is about crowning a world champion.
So. Yeah. I mean, they did spoilers for Dynasty at Lille, and so maybe they'll do some kind of something. Hopefully. I don't know. If I don't go to Worlds, then I'll be happy that they waited to release.
No, we've already made that financial mistake or investment, whatever you want to call it.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going. We've already bought tickets.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you talked about how much you love playing, and you were talking about testing. So do you compete?
Yes, I do compete. I used to be on a competitive team. I never intended really to like be a competitive player, but then I got super into the game, went to a charity event that I was just gonna watch because I was just kind of like painting binders and like playing casually at the time.
Right.
And then I went to a charity event that I was just gonna watch. That was like my first time really playing in an event. I actually didn't bring any decks to play in the charity event. And everyone there was like, "Oh, I can't believe." And I was like, "I just came to like watch you guys play and donate some money." And they were like, "No, just play for fun." Like, the guy who was running it was like, "Oh, I have a budget deck you can use, but it's a budget deck."
This is cardboard crack. He's a cardboard crack.
Yeah. He was like, "It's just a budget deck. You can borrow it just so you can play, have some fun." So I was like, "All right, why not?" And I did, and then I ended up winning the event.
That's so
with
sick.
my little budget deck, and I was like, "All right, I like playing competitively." So then I started going to armories. I didn't drop. I think I went like 4 weeks without dropping a game. You know, winning all my armories out. I ended up going to the Battle Hardened and Dallas. Up for that. That was like my first time playing in a big event. That was only like a month after I started playing, and I came in 15th, I want to say, out of like 100 and something people.
That's awesome.
Played against Brendan Patrick and Michael Fang, who at the time I really didn't even know who that was. Right. I had like just started playing, and my boyfriend and my friends were like, "Do you know who you just played against?" Like, "Oh my gosh." And I was like, "No, I don't." So yeah, and then I just kind of kept playing. I am qualified for nationals, so I'll be at nationals, but I'll be playing in nationals.
Nice.
And yeah, I love the competitive side of it.
That is so awesome. What is your favorite thing about Flesh and Blood as a whole?
Oh, you stealing my question.
I mean, it was my question in the first place. Yeah, but you're the one that always steals it from me. I'm asking it this time. It was my question in the first place. Just because you don't read doesn't mean it's not your question. Get out of here.
Excuse me.
Just like the whole thing. Because
as a whole.
I have to say the community game. I got into it for the love of the game, and then I stayed and became, started my channel, my podcast with Melody, just because of the community. I mean, these are like, I'm always on Twitter pretty much every day, maybe too much. So I mean, this community is like, I always say, "Oh, I get to go play in a calling. Like, oh, I'm going to see 600 of my best friends." Woo.
Yeah, it's great, like, because, like I said, we've only done, like, basic entry-level types of gameplay, so we honestly don't even know how a lot of decks truly play and all that, and so our goal, because we love the game so much, is to get good enough that we can compete, and so, we're going to do that, but as of right now, we are literally, obviously we're going to these events to promote ourselves, but, like, we're going to these events because we get to meet freaking awesome people. Like, that's legit. Like, we're paying hundreds of dollars to go play side events and hang out with people. Like, there's nothing for us to win. It's literally, we're just spending lots of money for experiences, and I wouldn't trade it. The memories that we made from Pro Tour New Jersey were absolutely insane, and we'll never forget them. We'll never forget them. So like, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep making memories, and yeah, it's just it's so good.
I drive people nuts because I don't play the game how apparently most.
Well, it's because you will once you start playing competitively. You will. So like, it's funny because like,
what does that mean?
So here's what that means. She's played Blitz decks. Okay. So here's what she thought Prism was. I swing big angels. That's not what Prism is.
Well,
she's also played Oldhim, and she really likes Oldhim because he swings big things. That's not what Oldhim does. There's a version of him that does, but the most successful version of him is a deck that everyone wants to just stab you for playing. So like that's what we meant by that, because we were saying like it's funny because you don't really know what that character does when you're just playing a Blitz deck or you're just playing a commoner deck. Like, you don't really experience what that deck truly is capable of in its like purest form. You just experience like hey, if you threw this together real quick, it's fun to smack your opponent for 10 dominate in the face.
Well, when I started playing Azalea, I didn't even pull the cards.
She didn't draw off bow.
Never drew cards off the bow.
And she still almost beat me.
That's true, though.
You or me?
When I started playing, I was like, of course, like, you learn to play Flesh and Blood through Blitz. I think pretty much everyone does. That's like how you start. It's easy to learn. And then you move to CC. And when I started playing, I played Blitz for like a week, I think. And I was like, this is it. Like, this is the game. And everyone was like, oh no, you need to play CC. And I was like, no, I don't even want to. Like, I love this. I don't need to play CC.
I'm good over here.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good right
this
here.
Is my
I'm
enjoying.
I
love it.
I'm having fun. And then my boyfriend at the time and his friends dragged me to a ProQuest, like literally a week after I started playing, and I bought a box of Tales of Aria, threw together a Starvo deck, like once we got to the ProQuest. So I was like, I don't know, I've never played CC before. That was like my first time playing CC, and like you said, my first round was against a Prism. I got demolished because I was like, what do you mean I can't get rid of these spectral shields? What do you mean I can't attack a spectral shield? Like, I'd never seen her play with auras the way she did in CC, but I really loved it. I think I ended up going like 3-4 or something that day, and that was like literally my first time playing CC. But after that, I was like, this is the game. Like, this is really Flesh and Blood. Right. There's just so much going on that you have to keep track of. And I'm excited for you guys to start your CC journey.
Yeah, we're so excited. Seriously, thank you so much for joining us. This was really, really fun getting to know you and shining a light on the cosplay community. So why don't you go ahead and tell people where they can find you and what you got going on?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I had a great time talking to you guys today. But yeah, I am Elaine EHamontree. That's EHamontree on Twitter. That's HAMONTRE. 3 words, Hamontree. Bacon on bush, pork on shrubbery. I also am one half of the Pitch Perfect podcast and YouTube and Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts. I think we're Pitch Perfect Fab on Twitter. So yeah, come hang out with me on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere. Yeah. Until next time, peace out, Gob Squad.
I want to live in Candleheim.
Candleheim? You just call it Candleheim? Is it I thought it was Candlehold.
It's Candlehold.
Why? It says Candleheim. Interesting.
Am I?
No, you're not crazy. It literally says Fab. Was that off their website?
Yes.
Candle.
Because the card is pulls a Candlehold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says Candleheim.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Candleheim Full HD. Wow. It's supposed to be Candlehold.
You're welcome. You were wrong.
It's supposed to be Candlehold. She thought it was Candlehold too.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's
nice about it.
Well, that's what the card is. I don't know. I need to go look at the lore.
Right now, we're gonna have to go look at
the lore. Yeah.
Further out of frame. Just
Take the whole frame.
I feel like that's what's happening already. We haven't even started. Why did you raise your chair, young lady?
I haven't touched. I don't even know what to try at this point.
Claim to love to read but can't read an interview.
This is an ongoing fight about who does the intro. How badly I do it because I'm made to redo it 6 times, and now I'm just refusing to do it altogether because he has this elaborate intro. He knows what he wants it to look like, and it's not this.
Melody and I do that too. Every week we're like, we switch off. We call it like, we're like, who's Hayden, who's Brendan this week, right?
I believe in you. I believe in you, and then I will introduce her. It's gonna be great. I believe in you.
I can't wait to.
I don't believe in you, but go ahead.
I don't even know why I try at this point.
Today we are here. We are here with Elaine. What is it? EHamontree on your Twitter handle?
Ooh, I think we got Starlinked
already. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. At least she's like happy and smiling in her Starlink.
That's awesome.
Oh, freaking Starlink! I swear, I hate this so much. At least like you were frozen, but you were like.
Yeah, you're in a nice happy
smile. It was like, at least it was like a flattering look. You weren't like.
Yeah, it's just HamonTree. Like in high school, people called me bacon on bush or like pork on shrubbery.
Oh, that's fantastic. Goodness. We are here with Elaine, who you also. Why can't I speak? I'm like you today. So close. So close. Do it again!
The whole.
Where do we?
Just the exit part.
Just the until next time.
Peace out, guys.
No! Fucking Starlink! Why does this happen? It literally, it was like, until next time, peace out.
It was great. It was epic.
I hate this internet so much. Alright, well, that's time. We got it. It's gonna be great.
Put your actual fingers this way, though, because you keep going over here into this section.
Peace out. Peace out.
Okay.